A 2 News exclusive tonight. A South Salt Lake man's sister speaking out after a hit-and-run crash left him in the ICU. 42-year-old Matthew Clark was riding his bike when he was hit over the weekend in South Salt Lake. Tonight, police are still searching for a possible suspect. Brian Will live outside the South Salt Lake Police Department with how the man is doing and also the very latest on the investigation. Brian.
Heidi and Mark, police here tell me that case is still under investigation while the victim's sister says they found the car involved but are still searching for a suspect tonight.
Everything is pretty much broken. He's got broken pelvis, sternum, scapula. They are draining his lung. They did a chest tube, but most of the damage is with the brain.
An early morning bike ride turned into disaster on Saturday when 42-year-old Matthew Clark was hit by a car in this area of South Salt Lake. He was out clearing his head after learning that his dad had passed away.
He was out trying to deal with his grief and, just go on a ride. And from my end, we just got, a knock at the door from the police saying that he'd been hit.
His sister Emily is a paramedic and knows all too well about these crashes. She was told he was hit and left bleeding on the side of the road.
It was unknown how long he had been there. A passerby had called 911, thank goodness, and thank you to them, whoever they are. Don't even know who they are.
You go to crashes and scenes like that as your job. I mean, and now you're picturing your brother was involved in one. Is it tougher from that perspective now with that paramedic background that you have?
You know that person ultimately decided to leave him there. I've been to that kind of scene and it's really disappointing.
Matthew had to miss his father's funeral because of this crash.
He wasn't there. He was in the hospital. He was waking up and we all came and visited him afterwards. We were hoping, a couple of months. It looks like maybe a couple of years.
Matthew has already asked his doctors when he can get back on his bike. Unfortunately, that won't be anytime soon if it's possible. If you'd like to help, you can head on over to KUTV.com. Now, this is in light of recent crashes where there's been about a record number of bicycle crashes in the last few years with about 500 a year. Reporting live in South Salt Lake, Brian Will, KUTV 2 News.